Welcome you to the grand finals of the AOE4 Pro League $20,000 tournament. 7K first, 3.5K second, and both teams so far undefeated, and not only in series but also in maps. Both perfect, 12-0 here, so at least one change is going to happen right here, right now in game number 1. Best of 7, so could be a really long day. As you all know, we will pick civilizations, and you're not allowed to repeat those civilizations in the following game. Riken will play the French pocket. We will have Beastie Cutie as the Mongol flank, and obviously the Muslim with the Rus flank on the other side. French flank here, we have Vortex in the Rus pocket and the Mister with Mongol flank. This is the moment where I ask you for predictions. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is becoming the Pro League champion? I think I will go with the 4-2 for Los Pollos Hermanos. Yeah, I think that's going to be my prediction here. That is going to be the team of Lucifron, Vortex, and the Mister. Will be really interesting to see. I would assume a close set. Feels likely. Yeah. Mr. Team wins this game and win the series 4-2. Okay. So another one that exactly predicts like I did. 3 on gold here for Lucifron as the French flank. Not the greatest gold spots for him. While my body still isn't 100% there for the finals. But surely we'll get there eventually. Riken now upping to the next age, School of Cavalry. Expecting quite some knights out of him. And the big question is, what's the better thing here? Is it the Rus pocket or is it the French pocket? Pocket, obviously the name for the team or for the player. Kind of in the middle. The other two players being called flank. Typically, the pocket player longer distance towards the opponents, and therefore you go for a bit of a slower civilization. What if the GL played this tournament? Well, would their motivation, I think, like quarterfinal losses would have felt reasonable, yeah. Yeah. Obviously, if we had a team, or if we had two teams and went full preparation, I think we had the best chances over everyone else, right? We could have trained, we could have like prepared the maps, the strategies, the civilizations. When I heard of this tournament first, I thought GL had really good chances to take like first and a semi-final place, something like that. But obviously the game not to the standards that some of the GL players were hoping for, and therefore, yeah, GL did not send a team. Initially signing up, but then messing up signups as well. I feel like Demo could have some trouble getting Host Archers mass due to raids. With Untouched Vortex, I think they can win relatively early. Okay. Well, let's see how many raids the Muslim will suffer. Because obviously his base should be really compact. Should go for professional scouts. And then should get lots of carcasses next to his TC. Also Wooden Fortress, so Woodline should be safe. And then the question is, how are those raids going to look like? We see the professional scout build order by Lucifron as well. So actually not that likely that a lot of raids will be coming in early on here. If anything, then probably an attack and fuel age. Fast castle play here by the Mister. Most likely as well. Beastie Cutie actually playing it without the pasture. Obviously one early pasture here by the Mister. Also running around with this Khan. Not a lot of input here. Not a lot of stuff they're going for. No tower rush by them. Also now going for Stone. Riken has shown us that he really likes to go for the big walls. We've seen massive stone walls basically everywhere from him quite a bit. Oh, didn't you subscribe last Monday? That's actually my father stopping by. Nilly's boss. 30 months of prime support. Nice. Oh, more horsemen here. Quite interesting. So Mister goes for some aggression. Probably followed up by some Mango Die. Tries to deny going out here potentially. BC Cutie, Deerstones. Went over there a bit lower. Interesting move. Okay. So Gur closely positions. Makes lots of sense. And Riken goes for Knights. Likely to go for an extra TC. While we see, still not on stone here, Mr. Lutifron. Obviously, after opening, Professional Scouts will take a minute for that. And now gets the carcasses home. Same for Mr. The Muslim. Let's take a look at the bounties. The Muslim sits at 450, while we see Vortex at 555. So pretty solid control out of the pocket here. Obviously gets the deer carcasses home. And the Muslim, I don't really see where his scouts are. Has 6 scouts. Okay, really spread around. Like some at the right hand side, some in the center. Welcome, Kaup. We're looking at the grand finals of the $20,000 tournament. Could be a long day, so prepare your popcorn here. And we are looking at the 2 unbeaten teams. Both teams went 12-0 so far in this tournament. So I hope you sit back and enjoy. Absolutely beastly teams. Lutifron Vortex Mister against Riken the Muslim Beastie Cutie. Should be a great day. Lutifron stole deer from the Muslim. Yeah, the one at the front here, right? I saw it. Might have been a neutral spot in between them as well, but certainly some aggression, and I'm surprised how far the Muslim went, especially if he watched the recorded games of the opponents. Could have maybe seen, okay, opponent was opening every single time with professional scouts there. So we have the Mango Die opening here by BC Cutie, so not fully playing fast castle, but we still see some horsemen for Mister. Some knights around as well. The big question is going to be how Vortex build up is. 750 fast castle here. The Muslim tiny bit later will be something like 815, 820. So still reasonably competitive times here. Triple archery range play. On the other side, double archery range play. Other factions also viable to play are HRE Delhi. Yes, but probably on Arabia style maps, those 3 civilizations seem to be the best. We have seen some play with Abbasid to go for camel archers because so many people are heavily going. What is happening here? Is that anti-raid? That he can like go there with villagers? Wow. Let's see how this one plays out. We have seen Abbasid with camel archers, but most of the time still lost the game, so didn't really pay off. We have also seen English being played on Arabia quite a bit, especially by people with AoE 2 background, but those 3 civilizations have shown to be the strongest. But remember, they are not allowed to pick those civilizations in the next map, and therefore it's guaranteed that we will see different civilizations than those in game 2, maybe also in game 4. The Muslim is getting raided here, just like anticipated by the chat, and Royal Knight goes down after 2 villager kills. Can't be too unhappy with that here, Mr. Lutifron. For such a production, 4 archery ranges, not the craziest thing ever, and 4 archery ranges over here. Feels like Vortex with the pocket position there had lots of control. Do you think any balancing updates will come soon? Yeah, it's something confirmed for next week. Yeah. A patch is coming. Obviously, if you want to follow that, or if you want to see more about that, ageofempires.com is a great website for you, or the Twitter account of Age of Empires. Yeah. Plus, I'm obviously pretty deep in Microsoft, so I yeah, can't really answer this one too often. I will most of the time try to refer you to the official websites. Pretty long queue here by Lucifron, who is playing triple stable, or is he? Not really using the third one, at least for now. Let's go Straboras. Okay. One fanboy at least. 4 pastures now. Goes for the step redupt. What do we have here as a timing? Okay, step redupt finished as well. So yeah, pretty even timing here. At least that's what we're expecting. Vortex now coming in over with horse archers. 1 villager down. Could find a second kill. No. Did not shoot a second volley. And feels like the horse archer numbers should be better for Vortex. Let's take a look. The Muslim sits at 11 only, while we have Vortex at 19 already. Huh. Gonna sit back and enjoy the show. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't fall asleep. Could be a long day. And yeah, maybe some relaxing stuff. Oh, that hunting cabin actually will generate 1 gold from that tree. And more scouts to be found here. Outpost really far forward. Also already has arrow slits on it. I'm so excited for this. Some of the best players in the world 3v3 won't fall asleep. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Yeah. I regret it after saying it actually. What I meant is like it will be a good show when you're leaning back. That warrior monk is relatively low with 10 HP here. Tries to yoink that relic away. Let's take a look. Oh, goes away. And stealth forest for Recon. So couldn't really see it. And feels like the warrior monk could get away. But maybe Mangoda intercepting. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. Good to be here. Farmman official. Hey, yo. Okay, that gold vein now being taken. Gur probably over to the berries here. Horse Archer's now chasing this one down, and Lucifron could get into some trouble. I've never been interested in StarCraft 2 or similar games, but A4 made me stuck. Okay, okay. Yeah, obviously lots of people that are here will have an RTS background. AoE4 combined a lot of people. Obviously some people coming over from Age of Empires 2. Lots of people Age of Empires 3, Age of Mythology, Age of Empires Online. And obviously some StarCraft players are here as well. Especially on the tops. We've seen a lot of people with StarCraft background. Oh, and that's going to be quite some losses here for Mr. Oh, that villager, 3 HP, will survive. Okay. And there's not a lot of army here for Mr. Still has some lancers, but doesn't want to take the 2v1 fight. TC only 15 villagers. Now more jumping in. We see some more kills. Oh, this is tricky. Mr. will go down quite heavily in villagers. He already is down to 52 population, 39 economy, 22 of those idols, and more might fall. Maybe the Mangodites could even decide to focus on the villagers. Now more lancers are coming over, completely committing here, and Mr. He won't be able to put a lot of stuff on the map pretty soon. Down to 34 villagers. Let's compare that with Mr. BC Cutie, who had a pretty good opening. 43 here, so solid 10 villager lead. But Lancers now pretty down. And more pastures need to be built. BC Cutie, not too much army now. Maybe the swing back will be pretty strong. Mr. has quite some numbers. Do we see some other army somewhere? Well, Vortex still really solid in that regard. Lucifron. Also, that's what we've seen quite a bit. Lucifron. Lucifron and Vortex. Actually playing together, the 2v2, trying to raid, trying to coordinate themselves, while Mr. is making a hold himself. This time, after the big double, it's not going to be that easy. And they are going over there trying to return the favor against BC Cutie, who has 1 TC, 1 tower, and that's it. I think after doing all this damage, another tower is something I would have liked to see. Could technically go down to 25 villagers, but they know that the attack might be coming here. Where is the Muslims army? Where is the yellow army? Am I confused? Uh-oh. Those are going to be quite some losses here for BC Cutie. Needs to go deep, far back. Oh, this is a big counter blow. What did I say? We needed more towers. And BC Cutie, he will fall so heavily. the Muslim really, really late. We don't see Rican at all. Still Feudal Age there, the only player in Feudal Age. Now sending some stuff over. Lancer numbers not pretty. And the Muslim, where's his army? Oh, trying to go at the left-hand side, but lost track. And we will see so many losses. BC Cutie. Goes down to pop 35. That's 3 military, 35 villagers. So actually pretty even in that regard. But the still standing army here looks pretty good for Mr. Vortex and Lucifron. Unless we see a crazy clear up here, which I don't really see happening. Right now it feels like it's only the Muslim. Khan quite some problems as well. And that's quite ballsy to send those villagers back at it. Tries to squeeze through, but more armies coming over. The Muslim being killed completely here. Look at those horse archers chasing this one down. Rican not really getting onto the numbers. And it just felt there were so many more Teal Knights as well. Not really sure what's happening there. Maybe we need to compare economies between Rican, who is sitting at 61 and only 4 military. Wow. Against Mr. Lucifron, who is at 61 and 19 military. Maybe that was the big difference. Quite surprised there that Rican didn't really get the numbers out. How many TCs did he play? So that's a 2 TC play, while we have a 2 TC, but way later, obviously, for Lucifron. Did go for Castle Age first, and Rican, quite a boomy approach, and his teammate BC Cutie has to pay the price for this one. BC Cutie's population goes down to 18. Is he even continuing to play? Doesn't look like it. Oh boy, the mood can't be great in Discord here. That one feels like a really good opening for Lucifron, Vortex, and the Mr. G to the G. Game number 1 in the books, and the Muslims team, together with Rican and Beastie Cutie, will suffer the first loss of the tournament. 1-0 lead for Los Pollos Hermanos. 17-minute game only. Remember, now the whole map, and whoever wins 4 games in total will win the whole thing. We've seen the raid here against the Mister, but it was so obvious that the counterattack was coming. I was surprised that we didn't see like 1-2 more towers by Beastie Cutie. And yeah, then the drop off there. Military count is what's really surprising me. Oh, the Muslim had some losses here that we didn't see. Ah, that must have been the raid in the center where he tried to do something. Rican also suffering quite a bit and didn't really get onto military numbers. Was that also at around the 14-minute mark? Yeah, he also lost some villagers, so we missed that raid. The Muslim could have come earlier to support Beastie. He kind of was there. He was cutting off reinforcement, right? So he was fighting. It's not like he was just chilling with this army. And yeah, Beastie Cutie obviously in the end won't have the greatest KD. I probably would need to rewatch that game and see what went so wrong for Rican. Some raid in his base. Maybe Lucifron was there with the knights and put Rican behind. Certainly not the knight numbers that we expected from him. Danube River will be game number 2. And civilizations will be Chinese, Holy Roman Empire for both teams. And Team Rican is going for English, while Team Vortex is going for the Abbasid Dynasty. Okay. English have proven to be good at contesting the river in the center, but have not proven to be that great when it comes to adding too much in late imp. Rican going farms put him so far behind. Maybe, not going professional scouts. Abbasid. Okay. We will take a look at that with quite some interest. So, first loss for the Storyborers ever. Are you okay or sound sick? I'm not really sick, but I will take a tissue, yeah. Is there a time coming where we see you play in these tournaments? I wanted to. GL didn't sign up, right? I was signed up. And yeah, most likely I will try to qualify for Winter Championship on Friday. Don't have very high hopes though. I think surviving one round would already be quite a success. Yeah. If I even make the cut into the tournament, right? It's top 128. Yeah, I should probably make it. Very interesting. Well, I struggled quite a bit in AoE 4, right? I think my highest placement was like rank 200 so far. Yeah. I'm getting coaching though, trying to increase my skill, playing quite a reasonable number. Not too happy. I think instead of casting here, I maybe could have just played and get better. I think that could have been a good option as well. I will commit a lot to playing on... Need to check my calendar. Obviously, I will play some Friday. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So yeah, I will have 4 full days. Or 4 full days. 4 sessions at least. Next week. And then probably going to cast Winter Championship on Saturday and Sunday again. In case you want to enjoy that over here. 1v1 tournament, $20,000 on the line again. What's the update? What's the status there in their game? Okay, they got the seed. And yeah, in the game. Keep going, Neely. We're behind you. Thank you. I obviously have a file in which I try to track my progress, try to track how I'm getting better, what I learned this week. Maybe you enjoyed that one. Let me see. Learn a bit of Abbasid. I learned a bit of Abbasid, but not enough. Better in control, use tab. That's still something I didn't do at all.
Take that sub for casting instead of playing. Thanks.
And I think I want to quit this again and then join later. I think at least it worked out this game. So I might have simply gone too early. Danny, take that sub for casting self-playing. Thanks. That wasn't really what I expected. How does Neely cope with being the best looking AoE caster? Am I? So what are our goals for next week? And what's our starting rank? GL Neely starting rank 340. And that's going to be 17th till 23rd, right? Of January. So we kind of have to copy this one again. Learn a bit of Abbasid. And then we make this black and see how well we did there. And we also track like what we learned. Nice. Okay. What is this document? I just copied it. Basically my learning progress. Sheet placement got better. Yeah. Pre-set up manuals. Actually, I think I got this now. At least I did it the last game, right? What green do I want? This green, probably, right? Nice. What am I good at? I think it's really bad that I still don't have a proper list for what am I good at. Yeah. Maybe I always do this so that we can see the goals. What else do we do? How long is it? 2:30 to go. Not sure what I will learn. What are our other goals for next week? It's tough to say. Wonder if there's a sheep spawning pattern for certain maps. Well, there's some spots where sheep can spawn, right? It's not completely random. I'm a good watcher, but a bad player. But this tournament really made me want to improve and get better. Sweet. Go would be qualify for the tournament you mentioned. No. That's not how. Like, that could be a general goal. Like, oh yeah, I want to qualify in a tournament. But that is not fully in my control. Right? And setting goals that are not in your control aren't that great. In the sense, like, I could have a bad seeding and play someone who is way better. And let's say I improved a lot, but not enough to beat that player that I might be facing. Then I actually had a great week of progress and could get discouraged by not qualifying. So always set your goals in a way that you can control it. How can a tournament organizer prevent the top 3 of the best of 6 to join together with a prize? Doesn't that create unbalanced final matches, or what do you predict? Thanks. How can a tournament organizer prevent the top 3 of the best of 6 to join together to win the prize? How can a tournament organizer prevent the top 3 of the best of 6? Don't understand that. Is your question, how does a 3v3 tournament organizer prevent that the 3 best players are playing together? Well, that could absolutely be the case. The question is, who are the 3 best players? Are the 3 best 1v1 players also the 3 best 3v3 players? Will they work together? Is their team game good? Like, right now we don't know who the best 3v3 player is. We have a way better idea who the best 1v1 player is. He means that organizers should be interested in creating balanced teams. I mean, 3 best players shouldn't play in a team. Yeah, it's not really an issue, right? We have super stacked teams here, as we can see. And it's just like the responsibility for others to get better as well, and to learn from the very best players, right? All the info is public. If you're the second team, try to be the first, or try to get to the best team. The game is still so young that yeah, it's easy. It's relatively easy to catch up, I would think. And what else do I want to say? Yeah, that is basically in free team building. That is very common, right? That the best are together and trying to do a super team. That's why, for example, US sports have some ways of working against that, like with their drafting system, so that weaker teams get better players for the next time and such. For example, in European sports, it is very common that the best teams are first in line to get the next best players. That's why you see the best teams on top over and over and over again. And it's really tough to break that cycle. And once you have a good season as a small team, people will actually like buy the top players away or give the top players incentive to switch to an even underperforming bigger name team that typically has more money. In this case, you just were hoping that all the top names are signing up, and I don't think there's like an unbeatable top 3 player team. It kind of had to be it's even tough to say. Maybe if you replace the Mister with Viper, that could have been a team where I didn't see anyone challenging them. If the Viper was 100% committed. Yeah. What if the top 3, what if those 3 top 3 players are a team? Well, then they are likely to win, right? And it's obviously not great for a tournament in the long run and a series if this continues. But just, we don't know who the top 3 are right now. Right? I can't give you a good ranking on how to rank those 6. It feels like, on paper, I would see Vortex really high. And I would see Recon more on the end of those 6 players. But in between, it's really tricky for me to say. Yeah. But top 3 players might not play well as a team. Yeah. That's why I said, like, we need to make a difference between top 3 1-1 players and top 3 team game players first. The Muslim fanboy, so I won't say anything. Okay. Yeah. The Muslim is an incredibly talented player. Will he have the team game experience, right? Will he know how to play the super late game with the army compositions that need to be adjusted there? With Vortex, we have seen the openings. Like, he is going for example, now an adjusted build. I criticized how he played the other days. And now he is probably adjusting his fast imp into going more fishing ships. But yeah, I absolutely agree with like what your actual intention of the question was. In case the best 3 players are teaming together and it's the other teams teaming together aren't that competitive, that is really bad for the tournament. I agree. And nothing is done to prevent this, but I also didn't expect that to be a big problem. You love your fish and chips? Okay. With some nice tartar sauce. Oh, he didn't finish those walls so that he can cancel them and get the wood back later. But they're still blocking. Ooh, that's tricky. Okay, so this time all 6 players are fishing the Muslim with some palisade walls here at the side. They should lose health over time if it's not finished. Okay. ProLeague now coming over. Vortex. I'm just impressed how he plays HRE. Look at those early prelates. Like, instantly queues up those prelates to go for gold. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's an adjusted build out already. My nerd said after the last tournament win that the brothers are 2-3 and the Muslim here and Hera others, one I forgot, are afterwards very close rankings. Top 1v1 is close and I think that's the whole fun. Yeah. The big question will be, where do we put Viper in, right? Simply him missing Winter Series 2 and 3 and not playing any... What is that leaf that just fell from the sky? And not playing any Winner Stays On series. Kind of makes it tricky to put him into a good lineup. But yeah, sounds like a very reasonable ranking. As a 4 tournament coordinator, you could provide recommendations for future team matches. Can you request changes to the setup, for example? The goal is to let the people that we trust do their work, right? There's a reason why we trust LidaKor in hosting a tournament. Obviously, there are some things that I felt could be changed, and I said, okay, by the way, Microsoft is not requesting that, but with my experience, I would recommend this. But there's also stuff where I said, okay, those are rules that I don't want, and we need to change those, right? For example, a small thing. Initial streaming policy for this tournament was that players were not allowed to stream. And I said, LidaKor, I think in the great interest of the game and the tournament exposure, I think players should be allowed to stream this. LidaKor agreed. Within 10 minutes, there was a new rule book with changed rules. Everyone is allowed to stream, just have to have a 5-minute stream delay. So that's, for example, something that happened behind the scenes. Even with all the variants, it's tricky to put any winner of the two 20k tourneys in the top 3. Yeah. Well, it will be interesting to see both of them back, right? Will the Muslim play next weekend? I think so, right? Okay, Rika now goes for some aggression. That could be annoying. Those walls likely to finish, and that's going to be some fishing boats already going down. Yeah, but if LidaKor would have said, no, I don't want players to stream, then I would have not gone to the higher ups and asked if we review the funding. When will AFO have a tournament with what? When we have a tournament with group stage, it's fairer format but allows for fewer players. It's also less anticlimactic, group stages. Plus scheduling is different. Plus people need to commit longer. So there are some clear downsides for group stages. And obviously I can't give you any information on tournaments that are not announced yet. When were I for? Okay. What do you think about a shorter stream delay for future tournaments, like 1-2 minutes? I remember the 5-minute delay being a bit annoying when watching Hera during a 1v1. We are aiming for 2 or I think 2 minutes is totally fine. The thing is, the game right now has options 0 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes. And I think 1 minute and less is just not enough. So I decided it has to be 5 minutes. Yeah. It's bad. I already requested it, that we have a change there. Palace of Swabia. What is this placement, the Muslim? This is a really weird placement here. Only with 5 villagers as well. Swartix going multiple docks? I don't think so. He needs to go to him first, right? Palace of Swabia now finished, and now he should go for multiple docks and demos, right? Exactly. That's how he played it. He also did the demo upgrade. We'll just splash this one. What's annoying with 5-minute delay? Well, for players, obviously, it's like interacting with chat is close to impossible with the 5-minute delay. So the quality of POV streaming will be decreased by 5 minutes. Plus, another downside is, let's say they picked wrong civilizations or have the wrong map or I don't know what. With a 5-minute delay, it's tougher for admins to interfere. And yeah, that's also worse. Okay, now for Sacred Site being controlled here, well, we already have the 3 relics inside the Regnitz Cathedral, something we also have for the Muslim, no surprise. I still don't really understand why we have the Palace of Swabia here. Is this... I think this is a big misplay, honestly. Like, Vortex is so far ahead here with all his demos now. And gets more stuff, another dock goes down, fishing ships fell. Ay, 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 ay. And this is a really early. I didn't even see. What was the imp timing there? Was it like below 1030? This was such a crazy fast imp. Oh man, Vortex. 76 villagers behind this as well. This already feels kind of over. It was 9:30ish? Really? Really that fast? I think I need to rewatch my own VOD then. Double Stonewall here with the Barbican. But yeah, all this is now cleared up here. Lots and lots of control. Yeah, just fast imp demos is the gameplay here. Mass amount of villagers on wood. Pretty easy game for Vortex. Has played this multiple times over the last week, basically. And all of a sudden, we have BC Cutie as the only one with fish left. Recon goes for the white tower. Not sure if that's in range, actually. By the way, love the questions today. It's harder to stream snipe. That's something good about it. Yeah. That's why we have that rule. yeah. But that wasn't the question. And now we're just splashing some here. And yeah, Barbican will go down as well. Those walls might fall. And now just focus this one down. 25 damage only. Ay. Oh, Barbican will fall. Ay. Those demos are just not fair. But there's nothing that they're playing against it. And this is such an uninspired play here. By the Strelboras. Like, they knew exactly what was coming. This was a strategy Los Pollos Hermanos played over the last... over the quarters and in the semifinals. It got a bit stronger now, but still. Like, the strategy against that was to go for some... longbows? Feels like it. Okay, now Bochuan against this. Obviously one-shot demo once we get there. But we don't get there. Dock goes down. And now it looks really dire. Feels like no water control at all. Oh man. This is a pure domination. Pop 140. This is terrible. How can a massive big game like this have such a big bug? It's absolutely embarrassing. Shame. Big shame on the devs. Curling biceps. Thanks for your feedback. Okay, they are going for trade. One market in the corner there. That's interesting. So they are completely ignoring the water. Or what's the plan here? Maybe supporters were directly on Wander, therefore locating Swabia as a pocket position to be walled. Yeah, I think that's the plan, yeah. I think that will simply... It has to be a Wander play. Let's take a look at the resources. But no one really has them. Okay, we are going Ming Dynasty. But it's like not walled. Lots of gold for Vortex as well. Holy moly. Yeah. No one really. It has to be BCQ who builds the Wonder then, right? Okay, now they're double rewalled. Maybe they can get back onto land here. Let's take a look. BCQ. Not really going for the production right now. Okay, Bombard's around now. That's obviously a way to come back into this one. BCQ did play some crazy good games when it comes to his siege control on this map. Mr. now reaching Imp. Lots of stables here. By our Chinese player, going for Fire Lancers without the Spirit Way. Interesting. Went for the Great Wall Gatehouse. Nearby troops on walls deal 25 or 50% more damage. Okay. Clockwork Tower not being used for now. See Vortex now pushing a bit through the center. Oh, sneaky dock here or what? No, oh, that was just to going through. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, went for the dock first. Can you tell me the reasons why you never see the any anti-cavalry skill from the English longbow? I don't know how good it is, honestly. It just takes some time to set up and you don't have to take the engagement then, right? I don't fully know how it works, to be honest. So, no good answer from me. We see it from time to time. Yeah. Okay, the Muslim now goes for the big stone walls here, but that kind of walls off their trade. So not too excited with that. 356 gold per trader. Can't be too unhappy with that. Okay, 1 dock, 2 docks. But those will get nuked. BC getting stone now. Must be wonder play. Well, we have BC's POV. He goes for the Bohuans first. Oh. Will that one go through? Feels like yeah. But a second one will go. Okay, okay. So he gets one out. Second one in the queue. And those one-shot demos. Trades now getting harassed though. Not too pretty. Not a lot of land army out here. Okay, now the first push is here. We see Rican around. Rican really low in score. Not the biggest fan of looking at score a lot, but that one feels really off. Wow. Veteran Spearman, the only player that is still in Castle Age as well. Obviously went for some Longbowman, tried to go for some harassment against the border there. The Muslim now goes for the Elite Knights. Not going to be too easy though. And nice clear up, nice clear up. Okay, so they're buying themselves some time. Going for quite a lot of gold here. How many villagers is that? 45 villagers on one single gold vein. Imperial official around as well. And yeah, we have all those stocks sniped. So the Bohuan went down as well. What did I just hear? Did we have... No, we don't have sacred site control. Let me quickly check for resources. Mister's maybe grouping up a bit. Trying to find something wonder-like that's happening, but doesn't look like it. Okay, nice clear up here. Especially with the bombards around as well. So, BC Cutie. Well, that's a nice defense. Don't mind this one too much. Okay, it stops charge. Well... most of the time you have the spearman in front as well, right? If you play English. So, if you don't have any spearmen, you rather hit and run against cavalry instead of like surrounding yourself and basically only then taking the engagement. Okay, okay, some nice raids. Land aggression or like land control looks good for Team Strabora to me, no? Stonewall Tower outpost repair nearby damaged stone walls. Oh, okay, I didn't even know that. Never heard of that upgrade. Like, there's so many like tiny upgrades that I still haven't fully learned. Not good by me. Ooh, and that keep goes down. Ay, 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 ay. Now goes for the other gold mine here. Oh, those are really low though. Some bombards around. We need to see BC coming over for the defense. Actually, they will fully focus on that defense. Maybe some demos, maybe some more docks here. Not really happening. At least right now. More demos and now the big push. Ay, ay, ay. This feels really convincing. Do we have any wonder here that I'm missing? Doesn't look like it. Fast stone walls, but now this will be the big fight. Chinese, well, looking at 864 HP. So bombards, obviously the main unit. Pop 120 only for BCQ. Let's quickly scroll through populations. 160 for the Muslim, Lucifron, 170, 30 idols. 200 for Mister, 200 for Vortex, 160 for Recon. So solid advantage here for the Spanish-Greek team. There to move trade inside walls? Oh yeah, that's bad. Yeah, and all of a sudden it's 155 instead of was it 365? That's not pretty. Okay, 4 nest of bees, 5 bombards. I think they should be able to deal with this okay-ish. We can at least finally imp. What's his production looking like? Still no upgrades on those spearmen. They're still only veteran. Oh, those are some hits though. Ay, 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 ay. And Vortex runs in and out. The worst thing that he can do against those nest of bees. Okay, nice defense. Nice defense. Stray Boras holding quite a bit. Wonder incoming from Beastie. Let's take a look at his resources as well. Has enough food and wood. Gold and stone still lacking. Goes for some more stone walls. Not building it yet. But yeah, something like here could be a reasonable placement. Not sure what Recon is up to with this army. Ay, 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 ay. But yeah, Wonder play feels not unlikely. Let's take a look. Does anyone have close one? Mister. Mister goes for the Wonder. Mister goes for the Wonder. I wouldn't be surprised if villagers are being pulled. Yeah, indeed. Player Hall of Ukuba. Whatever that is. Mister starts the Wonder. Not with the most villagers here. 19. Remember, one villager would build the Wonder in 10 minutes. So you rather like to see some villagers being pulled to build that one. So the Wonder, as you all know, after finishing, the timer will start and 15 minutes is the timer. If the monument is still alive after 15 minutes, then you automatically win the game if you're not defeated yourself. Now we see some resources being sent. Is there someone else building a Wonder? Feels like BC Cutie is preparing one, and Chinese build that faster. Oh, this could be close. Oh no, it can't. No, it's 3k HP already. Oh, I think this would be a mistake by BC Cutie. Oh, this is a mistake. Oh no. This is a waste of 12,000 resources. The deer were blocking as well. Yeah, there's no way he builds it faster. And we have the beautiful, beautiful building finished here. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, I don't like this. I think you should cancel the Wonder now. Is there a dynamic where you don't kill the Wonder and win the game? I don't think so. Therefore, saving those 12,000 resources and rather putting them into military would have made sense, in my opinion. Defend your Wonder? Yeah, this is a misplay. And that's what I've been saying, right? I think if you have an Age of Empires 2 background in those scenarios, you might think of that and play it a bit differently. And that's why I also said, like, those are scenarios and those are some thought processes that is not reflected in your rating. And this is something like, this is clearly that Recon, BCQD and the Muslim aren't thinking this one through, in my opinion. And them finishing the Wonder just has to be a mistake. Wonder Tracker, 1340 there. Or they thought Chinese build it faster, but then that wasn't really a thing either. So 38. A bit more than 38 minutes. Dinos Boyers won this way yesterday with the Wonder Snipe. Yeah, they won with the Wonder Snipe, but they would have won the game afterwards anyways. If you cancel building, Wonder Castle something, for example, at 50%, will you get res back in like H2? Yeah, you actually get 100% back. Yeah. In Age of Empires 2, you get your resources back in basically relation to how far you build it. So if you only have 1%, you get a lot of stuff back. If it was 50%, you only get 50% back. Here, I think this is not that good that you get so much back. Ooh, 3 more demos. Is he still trying to go for it? No, okay, let's go. Unless enemy damages us. Okay, okay. The bombard shot the villager so hard he didn't even leave a corpse behind. Was a corpse over here or what? I didn't even see it. So we need an attack here. The question is, like, do we even want to attack in this area? Like, through the center? Or would we rather attack here, the left-hand side? And make something happen? Lots of layers of stone wall already. Keep around as well. 6,500 HP on that one. Lily's building offensive is for Sunday is done. What? Okay, and they go for a different angle. Special is making the walls considering his 100% more HP. Yeah, it's not great. Another thing, right? There's so much to think about, and the complexity of team games obviously becomes bigger then. But yeah, obviously they are thinking of a million things, and we are pointing out the 3 things that they are not thinking of. Okay, even attack against this here. Why are we? Yeah, Mr. is earlier. Okay. Okay, quite some siege. Are they maybe going for the very top? That would feel way too long for me. Aye. Obviously, those are fast. Not a lot of reaction to this. Yeah, just sending some units over would be enough. They're going for the defense. Obviously, like, if they snipe this, the game is over. Also, I don't like the keeps here, because the bombards will shoot from distance, so those keeps are actually not really helping that much. I think keep here makes lots of more sense. Oh, yeah. Pooh. Okay, well, we are going through those walls pretty quickly. Will it be enough? That's the big question. Will it be fast enough? Where's the army to stop it? I think now this is the moment where you even pull like 15 villagers, already drop those stables, all the production. You want to have your push at that side now, starting now. And going wild. Stables against this, more towers. Oh boy, I like this. I really like this. But bombards should kill this pretty quickly. Where's the army against it? Okay. Now moving around. Would have loved to see like 2-3 prelates dealing with that. So they are going the long direction. 9.1k stone walls for the Chinese player. 4.5k only for the Mister. So yeah, indeed. Survives double the shots. I think would way more sense to see the Chinese player wall. Okay, and that's what's happening right now. All the armies being pulled to the left-hand side. Water becomes really unimportant now. But this is not a strong army. Like, doesn't this die to Vortex alone? Probably not. Nest of Peace are crazy. I like the fact that Cav takes 1 population capacity. I think it's taking more, no? Trap is 3. Clock Tower, Nest of Peace is 3. Springald is 3. Bombard is 3. The Cav. Cavalry. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Well, Demo's horses. He cleared up the right-hand side. Now he's here at the left-hand side. You need to send more villagers now. You want to have production here. Just imagine, like, Recon producing from here would be so bad. Would be so bad. True. This is getting intense now. Wonder timer down to 8 minutes. So 39:25 is the timing that we want to look at. And we are only 2 screens away. But obviously lots of stuff. Walls here, the defense, the production against this. And I might be wrong. I might be wrong with the Wonder. They might just kill it, not end the game otherwise. And we'll have a Wonder after that. Oh, so many villagers going down. Holy moly. Holy moly. What's the population of Mister now? Okay, still pop 200. Had a good Q, apparently. 133 army. He has 89 spearmen. Holy moly. Okay, they're finding more kills against the buildings. Is that really the best thing, though? What? Don't tell me they're trying to find another angle. Ooh. I don't know how they deal with the nest of bees. Springles and bombards themselves. Fire lancers. There's no production. They can't reinforce. Once this army is cleared up, it's so easy to kill the siege with the second wave. It's like a one-time go, while the others can reinforce and can buy themselves time. Lucifron now a bit over ambitious here. Huh. Ooh, I'm getting nervous. But I think, what was it? Revolt here? No. Bombards. Now we take the engagement here. Springles are coming over and bombards are coming over as well. The knights in front. Nest of PC at the right hand side. Don't think that's the most important thing. They rather want to see the left hand side. Massive engagement here everywhere, but it just feels like we see enough from the defenders. Nest of Bees not really connecting too well at the left hand side where there's still so much army left. More coming in, and I think this is all getting cleared up. In the moment the bombards die, the game is kind of over. What a great hold. All the bombards are falling. Fire lancers are coming over. And that's what I said. Now there's no production behind this. Nothing here. The Springles did a beautiful job against the Nest of Bees. Some of them needed to be at the left-hand side. Take out the big fight. And now maybe some reproduction. Maybe they can make an attack happen through the center here. But that would be really long distance. Enough bombards behind this one, though. Holy moly. Just imagine this army with the push. Okay, they will try to make a second attack happen. Ay. What a nice clear up. What a nice defense. And how much army there's still left. Wow. Interesting that they took the big stance there. 4.5 minutes to go. Bombards, they will obviously clear up everything here. But it just should not really get that one up. Okay, production is here. But that's what I said, right? It will take so long for Rican to add something. And that's what I also said. I don't like English on this map. Yeah, you get some aggression, but you always go late game on this one. And then English, after minute 20, they're not delivering a lot to anything. Uh-oh, this is risky. This is risky that they're going so close next to the water. Why are they not pushing through here? I think could have been the better option. More keeps being built, more siege being added. Yeah, and Abbasid will do a reasonable job here in defending this. Why are they so close to the water? That's really surprising to me. Yeah, they have the advantage with demos, but it's just like one demo going through and they automatically lose the game. Whew. Mr. Landmarks, that could be an interesting question. We have the main town center here and the House of Wisdom here. So if this is getting sniped, you don't need to snipe the Wonder. Wonder tracker, 4 minutes basically. Okay, they're getting closer and closer. That's again a pretty strong army. BCQ will be putting quite some on the map, but only pop 150. I could have been 10 more Nest of Bees or 10 more Bombards. Okay, getting some kills from distance, but we have quite some army here from Lucifron to defend this as well. Oh, get some kills here left hand side, but there's so many Springles here from the left hand side as well, trying to kill those Bombards in the back, which are trying to take the engagement here. Army coming from the left hand side. Springles are dealing with that quite nicely. More infantry from the left as well. Still a big fight here at the front for the Muslim, but I think now the Bombards should get sniped. Springles count is just too crazy here from the left hand side, and you need to push further to the left hand side. More Bombards are falling now after the front line is breaking. More from the side here, and that feels like this is a defense. And Lucifron, Mr. and Vortex are making the defense happen. At least that's what it feels like here. No sneaky side attack that I can see. Indeed, more keeps living still, and bombards. Not enough, no reinforcement, and again, it would take quite some time for them to reinforce. Low numbers, but as you can see, so much more production close to it. Nothing really by the Straboras. 2-0. What an interesting game, but a quite strong defense here. Securing the W for Los Pollos Hermanos. Whew. Crazy fights in the end. Exactly what we wanted to see in this tournament. The massive armies. And we see Mr. dropping quite a bit in that massive fight. Didn't really matter though. Or is that even the game-ending fight? Maybe it was this one. Villager count, lol. Okay, army. That was the big fight here. Okay. And yeah, we have seen lots of army. Look at that. Even after this massive fight, like they all had still army left. And that's simply the problem. Right? You needed the army at the front. And either Rican had like 40 armies sitting at home somewhere. But if you get cleared up, you should just drop to 0. I honestly believe like people like the GL members with their experience in like super late games on crazy maps would have played it a bit differently. Yeah. Pressure is quite heavy on the Strabora team. Yeah, especially now because we have the home map of Los Pollos Hermanos to follow this one up. So pretty brutal. Interesting game, surely. Let's take a look at the KD. Relatively close for everyone. Lucifer, the only one that had the pretty negative KD. Mr. also down. Interesting. Wait. Who has the positive KD? Vortex a tiny bit. And that's it. Yeah, those stats don't really work out. I think the demos are changing this. I think maybe once you delete a demo, it's not really counted. Interesting game, certainly. But in the end, the W for Los Pollos Hermanos. And now they can go for their home map. Vortex is saying they are pocket, Lipany next. I'm just expecting a repeat of the civilizations from game 1, honestly. And indeed, that's what we are seeing. Whew. Would you lead the production at home such that everything is produced at the front? Or rather not delete, but remove from hotkey? Remove from hotkey. Just, yeah. That's the better way. They seem unmatchable. They're so good. They're really good. Yeah. Nothing really meant anything after the demos. I think they could have won even after the demos. They had the water control in the end. They had the siege. I think if they just are a bit faster with the Wonder, they win as well. If they had the 12k from the Wonder in bombards. What is that? It's actually only like 13 more bombards, 14 more bombards. But if they had those, like 14 more bombards, I think it goes a bit differently. Is there a way to remove individual buildings from hotkeys? Not to my knowledge. No. I think you can kind of click on the building while pressing Control and then like select the group, Control click the building and define the group again. That's how I would do it. Or like probably just double click all the buildings at the front and give them a new group. Bum, 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 bum. Welcome. I hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. and enjoying the best teams in the world. Let's just hope it's not going to be a quick 4-0 here. Could be pretty ugly. Okay, both teams are ready, they're saying. So now they will get the map sheet. Prepared map generations by the admins. So that the map is always going to be as fair as possible. So expecting to see villagers moving in 6 minutes. Your moment to ask me some questions. I saw the question like, what's your ideal army or what's your ideal civs? I think HRE Chinese are pretty easy choices. And then it gets tricky, right? Because do you want to pick one of the Arabia civs? If they pick Arabia afterwards, you are just screwed. So you don't really have an option to pick Rus, French, or Mongols. So the question is Abbasid, Delhi, or English. And I think I would play it Delhi and go for elephants. Yeah, don't play men at arms. I think that's how I would approach it. Yeah, might be wrong though. Any other questions that I overread? The fact that cavalry takes one population. I still think that's absolutely correct. Yeah. Well, like, that makes lots of sense. So far, still without a single map loss. Spoilers hermanos. How many people are involved in organizing such a high-level tournament, not considering the players? I would think this one like 2.5. LidaKor, Krasini, and me a bit. No. Do you know anything about the upcoming patch? Yeah, everything. I know the full patch notes. Okay, what was announced? This is best of 5. Best of X at the top. 4 minutes to go. What patch got announced? What do you mean, where? Would love to see a behind the scene video of how all these people coordinate within the different channels, content creation, admins, etc. Oh yeah, well the thing is, I can't do that too easily because obviously that's behind the Microsoft NDA, and LidaKor can't film like his work with me because that's under his NDA. Maybe we get a documentation for an offline tournament once. There is a Netflix documentary on, I think, one ESL event. I think a Dota event or something. Yeah. It's NDA all the way down. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you ask some questions and I can think of what I can answer. Like the typical thing is like LidaKor comes to me, says, okay, I want to host a 3-3 tournament. I look in the calendar, say, okay, we have 1v1 tournaments before and after that one and 2 free weekends. So I will squeeze you in there. And then he says, okay, how much prize money do I get? And I say, you get that amount. Can you say anything about it? Like, it will be a good patch and the correct things got addressed? No. I won't comment on that. I've said multiple times that I'm optimistic for the future of the game. You can go wild, however much you want with that statement. Yeah, and admin's work most of the time is like a tournament organizer either asks me if I can provide them an admin or they have an admin already. And then they sit together, a rulebook is made, and admin work is like wild. They don't get enough credit for sure. Do you think they will add Nomad games to A4? I'm having a lot of fun with Wandering Warriors. I can't comment on that. There is modding. Like, modding will be a part of Age of Empires 4 at one point. Yeah, and then admin work is obviously like, you can get an idea if you join the discords of those big tournaments, right? And you see what they have to do. Is there some already working on Capture Age for AoE4? If you can speak about this, nothing announced. Would like to see some kind of Vikings in AoE4. Okay. They talked about adding modding support, which is cool. Lots of people were shocked that it was not part of the game. Will there be an arena-style map in the future? As I said, I'm not allowed to talk about that. If there's modding, you can go wild and maybe create such a map. Gothenburg! A true fan. Even in bad times. Cheering. I like that. Next patch, Chinese bombard shooting demos like projectiles. Cannot wait, actually. Nice. Need to support. Yeah. Nearly energy. I don't know why, but I totally trust the people in Relic despite all the negativity. Okay. You fool. Let's jump into game number 3. 2-0 lead already for Los Pollos Hermanos. And we are going into high view. And I'm simply expecting a pretty similar game to game number 1. We have the French pocket here for Mr. Rican. We have the flank, the Muslim playing Rus, and we have Mongol player Beastie Cutie here. So pretty standard in all that regard. Mongol v Mongol again. So that is also a repeat. Obviously Vortex with the Rus pocket. Is that a mischief clicked here? Oh no, the villager's just hiding. Okay. And we have the French flank. So full mirror here in game number 1. I would guess if there will be modding, then there will be a tool to make maps. Thus, yes, someone will probably make an arena-like map. There's a chance for that. But this time Straboras win. Well, let's see. Quite some aggression here through the center. People are going for the deer. Makes lots of sense, obviously, especially like Vortex. Trying to go wild. Tries to get as many spots as he can get. Tries to increase his bounty. As the Rus player, same should go for the Muslim. I think he did go for fewer scouts than most other Rus players, though. I think he stopped at 3 and only then went like 6, 7 later on. What's happening here? Did he cancel this? BC Cutie? What's happening? Huh. He had 105 wood. He cancelled the girl. Shift click bug? Sometimes when you place a mining camp next to goldstone, it disappears. I have not happened that did not have that happen even once. Really weird. Okay. But I've also seen, maybe someone can explain that to me. Even with non-Mongols, people building a mining camp and shift-clicking the villagers on gold. Aren't those villagers always going on to gold anyways? Huh. Okay, but apparently, yeah, you all agree, so it will be like that. Just didn't happen to me. But maybe because I'm not shift-clicking. Yeah. What's the advantage in shift-clicking? With Mongols, I can see that, because maybe sometimes they go for a wild tree or something. But with other civs, I've never seen them going into the wrong direction. If I build a lumber or mining camp or mill. Oh, quite some harassment. That could actually be that villager here. Uh-oh. Problems. And that's short on wood. Oh, he's sending the boys and girls now. Scouts are coming over by the Muslim. And that's more scouts. Yeah, but committing. Maybe going for the sheep. I think committing against the builds could be the better thing. Builds want to drop off. That's still not enough gold. Needs to wait a bit more. And now he has enough. Now he can run home. But apparently 3 scouts could be enough here. But that also means the Muslim might have a low bounty. Okay, Khan only now coming over. Not a great opening here. Don't know about the ups and downs. Hera explained it on stream once. Maybe he could help. Okay. I will ask him then. Okay, really late on gold here. Mister, is this also bugging out or what's happening here? 120 wood? I don't know. It looked like he didn't even start it though. Oh, and now we're attacking the ovo. We can. Not really sure. I think you can even, like, you will never get the kill against the Khan anyways. Maybe you should just do damage against the ovo. I don't really know. Oh, 2 horsemen being added as well. So Mister goes for quite some aggression. Even 2 more scouts. So likely that the ovo will go down. So 2 Mongol players in a bit of pain here. Pasture. Stone? What? A tower? Ah, that's next to the going to be ovo. Okay. Next to the future ovo. Okay, I can see why he would be going for that then. Not a great opening for BCQ though. So lots of aggression by Mister, who could play professional scouts into fast castle then. We see professional scouts not done here for Riken, which looks weird because he already opened with the early mill. Goes for some walls. And we obviously have the professional scout play here, no surprise. Professional scout play here, no surprise. Professional scout play here, no surprise. A bit earlier than everyone else. And yeah, over went down. So Mister will be happy with another 50 food, 50 gold for himself. Plus obviously the 150 wood that needs to be invested into this ovo. Plus the 70 woods for a tower. Archer range out now. Likely to be some mango dice. Now the question, is there a chance that Mister could actually harass the Muslims' deer? That could be an interesting one with his horseman and the mango die. The Khan. What is that girl up to? Oh, and a villager should die, no? What's happening here? That is so risky. Sees the scouts out. I don't like this. And that army is just always coming over. Maybe villagers into the town center. Not really happening. I think could have been some damage. Oh, misplay by Mister. What's happening here? It's not the Mister, it's the Mister play. And Khan falls. No, Khan survives. And 1 horseman survives as well. Could have maybe focused 1 unit down a bit more. Ay. And yeah, could go for the girl. Quite some problems here for poor Mr. Beastie Cutie. Abbey of Trinity. Very reasonable timing again by Vortex. Really perfecting this build order. Maybe I just have to write this one down and really see how he's playing this. Like, this rules play is just so clean by him every single time. Obviously the Muslim. Oh, he tries to get the one out with 16 villagers against 10. Now the first archery range is being built. Question: when playing Ruse in a team game, do you go take all hunt, pro scouts, drop off deer to teammates? Yes, yes, yes. We have seen that multiple times. We might see that over here. Vortex might send some to Mister. The thing is, Lucifron is playing professional scouts himself, so that won't be needed. And the Muslim, he should easily drop something off, and that's the problem that we have seen earlier. That we've seen quite some farming in game number 1 by Recon when we felt professional scouts might have been the better option. Or like some deer drop-offs. Okay, for now Vortex mainly helping himself. No, actually this could be for his teammate. Or does he think he still needs more food? Still has over 1,000 food under the TC. Maybe 3 for himself, 4 for his teammate, something like that. Could be, certainly be an option here. Has double pasture, triple pasture though, so maybe not needed. And Mr. now rushes out the step reduct, and then probably we will see some lancers. Where are the knights of Recon? Don't really see them. Plays this one really passively. I don't fully understand this play. And now again, like this is so risky. Like going out with the tower and the mill. It just feels like professional scouts would have absolutely paid off here. Oh, Harden Khan is going down. So nice chase down here by BC Cutie. Can't be too unhappy with that. Lutifron now dropping off more of the carcasses for himself. One still has to be somewhere here that we can't see. Ah, yeah, behind this tree. Oh, just feels so wrong. Just feels so wrong. Okay, second stable. I don't think that 2 Fuel Age Mango Die will do too much. Are we on gold here? And if so, how much? Yeah, okay, now the big transition. And that's going to be the step reduct. Any second here, indeed. So BC Cutie will be behind, but not too far behind. Feels like 1, maybe 1.5 minutes. Something in that ballpark. While we see the first horse archers out here. Relic count is 1 and 1. But obviously that one will increase quite heavily. First horse archers here for the defense. Let's compare numbers again. Vortex sits at 10 horse archers, while the Muslim sits at only 1? The Muslim only has 1 single horse archer at minute 10? Wow. And that's the big difference, right? In the pocket, you're so much more uncontested. You don't have to think about stuff. You can just play the very clean build order. While the Muslim had to scout the front a bit, is scared of maybe Mongol rush. Interesting to me. Blacksmith now to follow this one up. 4th archery range as well. Now 5 horse archers. Yeah, it was not displayed incorrectly. Okay, knights around. Do we maybe jump against Lucifron here, who double towered his gold, 17 on gold though. Do you ever use screen rotation? And I feel this option is really not used that much during casting or playing. I don't see the value for casting. For playing, like I'm using it to find this carcass, yeah. But that's it. By the way, did I have... Oh, you might have had some lags during the Novia River game. That's obviously not great. Should have turned that one off. What do you think? Where's a good spot for casting to use the screen rotation? Like maybe something to look behind walls or something, but not a lot of other instances where I feel could make sense. When you want to make your viewers dizzy? Okay. Maybe I should consider that a bit more often. Or land together with Mangodai trying to make something happen. Only screen rotation idea I have is maybe during fights. Yeah, but how is the view better then? Why are we having all our army at home? Oh, okay, because we're getting chased by quite some army. The Muslim sending his villagers over, tries to make a reasonable defense happen. Monastery now knows that... Oh, actually goes for 5 relics in this one. Okay. Drops it off here now. Obviously, no different relic generation. Speeds. Where are we going now? Okay. Seems like a raid towards BCQ feels likely again. And that is now at least a double tower setup. But still, could go down to 30 villagers here. If the double is coming over, because that's going to be quite a bit. And I simply don't like this, right? Villagers are out there not even using the tower. Why are you building the tower if you're not using the tower then? Ay. For me, you can use screen rotation in the beginning for the match to orient the direction of the fight. For example, left versus right or top versus bottom. Okay. Well, it's top versus bottom. Ay, and that's going to be the first dead villagers. Oh, but actually Springer on placement here. Let's take a look. Lutifron reaching Castle Age now. Knights are coming over. That's not a great engagement, right? It's a 3v2 here. Again, the Muslim is intercepting reinforcements instead of really helping out in the fight. Springer on placement still helping out, and that was a really solid defense here. We can still only feudal age though. So that could be the big story again. That we would like to see him getting to Castle Age a bit earlier. Maybe... Is he on the way? No, adding more stables. Also has farms here. Quite surprising to me. Obviously Lutifron went for the Royal Institute, now adding stables himself. And could potentially get to better numbers than Riken, and simply stronger force in Castle Age. Okay, one Springer placement on this one as well. Horse Archers trying to defend. And we see... quite some engagement here. Horse Archer still in the back, trying to take this engagement. Feels like the front line is slowly but surely breaking. We see also some cancel animation here. More knights coming from the right hand side. Lutifron and Riken both are sending stuff in. It feels like everything is dying except the horsemen here. Okay, the mists are still alive with some of the knights. And it feels like Los Pollos Hermanos barely won this one. But it felt really even. So how did you like my camera work in this fight? I was so focused on camera work there that actually my casting suffered. That's why we have professional camera people. It was a nice positioning, I believe. But I'm not sure if like this camera work added anything. Maybe it's adding a bit of intensity if we get closer to the fight there. I think, yeah, probably technically it has to make it a bit better, yeah. Okay, sacred side control now for the Muslim. And army is getting over to the right hand side again. So only one tower. I think maybe rebuilding the tower could help. Trying to find a better angle. And look at that. Mister being left alone. Well, Lutifron and Vortex trying to find another angle again. The Muslim sits at 46 military. Let's take a look. How many horse archers? 42 horse archers. Vortex sits at 42 horse archers as well. Oh, but that will be some interception. Pretty ugly for the Muslim. And now they know that an attack is coming into that direction. So Lutifron should not really be surprised. Look at that. Lutifron still not a single farm. While we see quite some farming already by Riken. And exposed villages at the front. The big difference of horse archers, right? Professional scouts. And still lots of deer spots that could have been taken as well. That no one took. Okay, that's only the one. Hui. Riken went tier 3 but has no more knights to upgrade? Really? Wow, 9 knights only, yeah. The Royal Knights here. And how are we looking? Did he upgrade with Guildhall? No. But Royal Bloodlines also not an option for him. While we see Royal Bloodlines soon finishing. Oh, this looks like a better army. The Muslim, lots of horse archers, so okay. 51 horse archers, that should be a reasonable defense here, no? Damage output has to be good enough. 105, and we have 1402, 1401. So one more armor on those horse archers. But actually, like, is that really the right armor? He went for the armor against range units. Is he really fighting against the range units, though? He's mainly in the back line. Not sure. Uh-oh, BCQD a bit out of position, while we see a 3v2 fight. Oh, that's so many dead villagers that are going to fall here. That's not going to be too pretty, and that's at least 15 villagers falling here for the Muslim at the front. Maybe 10, maybe I was over-exaggerating a bit. And now we see horse archers here at the left-hand side trying to take this fight, but not a lot of buffer in front of it. Now the knights are squeezing in. Going to be a tough engagement though, and it just feels like Recon doesn't really have the numbers here, and everything is getting pushed back. The Muslim is trying to micro his heart out, still finds some kills, but the buffer simply is still there for the Los Pollos Hermanos. And where is the Mister? He's simply out of position, and he is... Oh, Mister is actually raiding quite a bit. I meant, where is BC Cutie? Out of position there. And this looks really strong for our Spanish recomposition here. Holy moly. They're looking convincing. Whew. And now maybe just disengaging, right? Let's quickly compare villagers here. The Muslim sits at 18 villagers. 48 horse archers. 520 bounty. Oh man, oh man. And Vortex sits at 55 villagers, 69 military, 66 horse archers here. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Really getting the numbers in and trying to fight again. The stream of units is just continuing. And he's trying to go for the kill now. More villagers falling at the woodline at the front. And it just felt like there was not enough buffer. Recon simply not putting the stuff here on the field. And... quite some nice raids now going in deep, but not a lot of villagers to even put into the TC. The Muslim, where is he sitting? 15 villagers only. So not even the maximum damage output out of the town center here and being pushed back. And only now BCQD is arriving. But the horse archers can obviously now take really easy engagements against this. Lutifron maybe with the defense. More lances are coming in. And BCQD kind of vanishing here. This still looks like enough horse archers to me to fight this one off. Vortex still sits at a solid 43 horse archers here. The Muslim surrendered 3-0. For Los Pollos Hermanos. 4 match points in the grand final here. And oh boy, might some people be wrong when it comes to scheduling this tournament and expecting a long set. I thought this would be like very competitive games, very close, and that we might be going into crazy battles. But this one is just convincing win after convincing win. Ooh. Game number 2, probably the closest one, but that was also like English and Imp. At least we will see, I believe, a map that we have not seen before in game number 4. I would be really surprised if we see high view here. Yeah, would be really, really surprising to me. Although high view, I think it could make sense. It actually could make sense to pick high view here. But I will go into that a bit later. So villager count, the Muslim, massive losses here in both of the raids. And yeah, rest looks pretty solid. BCQD some losses, but recovered quite nicely. But you simply see Vortex slightly ahead. The Muslim, pretty similar. And I think those were the 5 that he lost at one point. And... then the Muslim not having the buffer in front meant he could not fight this one off. So, let's go to the drawing board and let's think about civilizations. You clearly don't want your opponent to play this same civilization matchup again on high view. High view, a map that is really similar to Lipany, really similar to Arabia. So you want to switch it up. The 3 civilizations that we saw this time cannot be picked in the next map. So I think, although you're the underdog on high view, going for high view here, simply to take the chance away for your opponent to go for high view and play those civilizations again, could make lots of sense. I think Abbasid is good for high view due to the lack of vision. I don't understand that. So I would really like Highview here, but I don't expect them to pick it. And they're going for French Pass. And I think this is a major mistake. Because French Pass, even if they take the win, it's guaranteed to be Highview in Game 5 with the same civilizations again. And I think they will get clapped again. It just feels like Lucifron, Mista, and Vortex are so in control, know exactly what they want to do, exactly what they want to play. So I would try to mix it up. Poof. Okay, let's take a look at the civilizations. We have Chinese Abbasid, Holy Roman Empire. Ay, ay, ay. On French Pass here. There's so much no vision forest on Highview, I mean. Yeah, but how is Abbasid better then? The Muslim Holy Roman Empire and Rican China? Okay, let's see about that. Isn't it more likely that BST Cutie will play China? And Abbasid for Rican? I think that's the likely scenario. Yeah. And we will have Vortex Holy Roman Empire, Abbasid for Mista, and China Lucifron, right? I think that feels very reasonable. Damn, Vortex is looking strong. There's so much no vision for. Yeah, okay. Okay. Team Los Padres Hermanos is ready. I wonder how good the mood is there. Swimmer can get a lot of views because of that from my game against Veggie's team. It seemed that way at least. Yeah, I don't think Spearmen are a great unit in 3-3. I think you want to go for mobility. I think Spearmen just die to horse archers. My opinion. Plus, Mongols can build some towers. No. I think if you play Abbasid, you kind of want to play them for the horse archers, not for the spearmen. My opinion. Okay, both teams are ready. They got the seeds. Oh, likely that we will see them in the game in 6 minutes. Oh god, I would feel so bad. I would feel so bad if this is a 4-0. Just imagine, like, this tournament would finish before prime time. Yeah, prime time kind of starts in like 1 hour. Ugh. Oh, yeah. To be honest, I'm rooting for Los Pollos, but I also would love to win for Strabora. Absolutely would love to see a win for Strabora. And maybe they prove me wrong. Maybe they know exactly what went wrong in game 1 and 3 and suddenly have a switch and win in game 5. I honestly believe also that like Rus Pocket is simply better than French Pocket. At least the result is showing that. Maybe it's not that big of a difference, but simply the fact that you can be against Mongols and then the Rus player is kind of taken out, or like can suffer, while losing the French player is not that bad, I believe. 3.5 minutes to go on French Pass, something we have not seen before, so will certainly be interesting. Bum 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 ba da da bum 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 bum. Da-da-dum-bum-bum. Very curious to see how this one is going to play out. French pass? Could see a really long game here. Could see a really long game. Would... Oh no, actually it's... Oh, it's just so much easier to win with wonders, no? You need to... Ah, you need to control one sacred site. I think sacred sites are... it's tough to control both sacred sites. Then we go for wonder. Okay. So it won't be the longest game ever. Damn. I feel a bit for the Straboros and Cutie. Lutifron Vortex looking hot. Really hot on this one. Hopefully it's not a 4-0. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in multiple ways. Like, obviously bad for those three. Bad for viewer numbers. Like, I once had a tournament. Like, my biggest tournament. Big finals. And I had a best of 13. So we basically played till 7. And we had halftime scheduled after 6 games or at 5-0. And one player was actually leading 5-0 at halftime. And people got really mad. And like people were so unhappy. And then a great comeback happened, or like great games happened. And in the end, I think it was 7-3. So the player that was 5-0 behind actually got some wins. And people were really happy at the end then. Yeah. Yeah, that was that second half kind of saved it. I think if there was no like halftime, it might have just been a 7-0. And people would have, not enjoyed that much. And a lot of good memes were created in that halftime show as well. So that was nice. 30 seconds to go. Okay, maybe this is the moment where you send some energy. Where you send some, what is that emote? Demo raid. Some love towards them. I'll send 1 Nilly energy from my end towards Straboros. I really don't want to see a 4-0. French pass. Poof. Could be a long game. And as we have already heard from insiders, wonder play, not unlikely. Not unlikely at all. And we will take a good look at the resources then. And see who builds it at what time. And we actually have Beastie Cutie with Abbasid. This is confusing to me. And I'm not sure if I like this. Then we have the Chinese pocket, Mr. Rican. And as the flank, the Muslim with HRE. That makes lots of sense to me. Abbasid flank here as well for Mr. We have the HRE for Vortex, indeed. And we have Chinese flank for Lucifer. I think HRE should be the flank player. I'm a bit surprised that we have them as the pocket here. And obviously, as you all know, we have massive cliffs here in the center of the map. So it's impossible to get to your opponent quickly. Only at the side you can go through, but those are very easy wall-offs here, especially in 3v3 standards. So you can block this with like less of 100 wood investment, fully off. And therefore 2 sacred sites in the center can be contested. And obviously there's lots of gold here in the center as well. Although I'm not sure if that one will be needed because we obviously have the neutral trade post plus 20% gold generation here if you use that one with your own markets, with your own trade cards. So setting that up nice and early could be an option. Let's see about that one. Whew, could be a long one. Will be interesting how this one plays off. Or how this one plays out. Okay, I see some energy. I like that. Appreciate it. Seems like an interesting map. Yeah. I think I would have liked to see more variety on maps. Especially like having Highview, Lipany, and Arabia. Just felt the three-peat. Yeah. But it's so tough to know before this, right? It's the first 3 tournament that's getting hosted. So to have a good idea there. Is there actually like different shadows? I've never seen this. This is clouds moving. The shadow here. I've never seen that. And there was the shadow with the horse here. Look at that. No or light shadow, strong shadow. Light shadow. I've never even noticed that. And strong shadow. Holy moly. Yeah. This is actually pretty. Does the angle change? No, it doesn't. Sick. That was the reason I bought AoE 4? Okay. When something is so realistic, you don't even notice it. So cool. Yeah. And we have a ladder here. Not really. ProLeague Academy. Let's drop off some more gold at the wood and at the mill. Makes lots of sense. House of Wisdom. So that's going to be a boom. And I'm expecting probably professional scout build order here. Not really. Well, we will see. Ooh. What's happening here, mister? Actually playing spears. Oh, I didn't even realize. Some spearman harassment here by the mister. Oh. Okay, bit of aggression. Maybe trying to prevent the early walls. Blocking that gold off, and you obviously want to go for this gold because that's the one in range of your Aachen Chapel. Any specialties happening at the other side? Not really. Pure officials, all good here. Really nice. Aachen Chapel, gold, wood, and more sheep being sent over. Interesting. So Mister actually mainly goes for the berry bushes and sends the sheep over. That's actually a really nice team play. Oh god, I like that. I like that a lot. Of the game, love to watch it evolve as well. Oh yeah. I like that as well. The progress and like people trying to learn this. That's the reason I am always losing watching clouds. Okay, I think the harassment kind of stops here. Archery range. I think one single archer is actually enough. Like, why are you building a second archer? What will a second archer achieve that one archer isn't achieving? And he even goes for 3. Okay, if you're not microing the archer, then obviously that's a difference. No, but yeah. That will be a defense now. And not really sure what the game plan was, but obviously the Mister will get some more control, prevents the early walls. I think that was one of the reasons. And obviously it's tougher to get to the relics now, right? The Muslim had to go for the archer range, delays his castle age timing quite a bit. Simply the uncontested castle age. Not really an option then. Market already. Okay, so we will see the trade boom. And second TC by Recon, second TC by BC Cutie as well. So no surprises there. And what are we seeing from Lucifron? I just thought Vortex resigned with the blue line through this. My bad. Okay, Lucifer is playing professional scouts. Okay. Interesting. Also interesting that we built the TC here. Sometimes you see the TC next to the starting TC. Simply to collect some more tags. But felt like shorter walking distance is also something nice. I'm surprised that he's also going for a trade. Maybe he already did the math there. And is trying to, or like got a good understanding that a 2TC boom is absolutely doable. Regnant's Cathedral. And we're expecting Vortex to obviously get to imp reasonably fast. Market now here being dropped for BCQD. So they're not even trying to contest the center. And Lucifron getting quite some kills here. Has to be happy with that. Huh. Got the scout kill. Villager probably won't die. Next scout over here. I think I would be fighting back with the villagers. I'm a bit surprised how he's chilling this one out. And yeah, he is though. Okay, and Lucifron will lose the scout. So didn't care about this at all. Meanwhile, still completely going for the hunt at the bottom. We'll have a reasonable opening. And second TC will be on the later side though. So I'm a bit surprised by that. And we have the full storm walls by Beastie Cutie. This is... Are they actually rushing for the Wonder? That would, I believe, feel wrong. I think you need to open army and then build it a bit later. At least that's what I believe should be. Like, you can't just take away 12,000 resources out of your bank at the... whatever it is, like 18-minute mark. Or whenever you're starting your Wonder. I think you should just die then. XOTC by the Mister. Barracks now as well, even double barracks. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him go to Castle Age eventually. Okay, still pretty far away, only now... Ah, 30C play. Okay, okay. But wouldn't rushing for the Wonder would give the Sacred Site controls and take less time? Yeah, true. But there's only a window of 5 minutes where you have to take those Sacred Sites. And right now no one is really going for it. And you need to just reset them once, and then your Wonder can't get reset. And you're always having the advantage. So Predator around, Scouts around as well. Feels like Relic control should be reasonable. Double Relic already for Vortex. Don't even know where he has his other Prelates. Okay, one is coming over. And Palace of Swabia. This is... How is this even an option? Like, how do we, without fish, get an imp timing at like 10:20? Am I confused? How fast are those people? Will it not finish? And just running away here. Yeah, that's an imp at 10 minutes 5 seconds. And that's without fish. Just feels crazy. Yeah, he got some extra sheep. But how long do you think you need to get that Wonder up? And that's also with the 3 relics. So, like, his income is going to be crazy. HRE are just... by far the best civ here, no? I don't see how you can really contest them. And why do we have the Delhi player building the walls again when we have Chinese in the team? Lots of moves being made that the critical people on Twitch are not approving with. The commentators neither. The wall closed. Can the others wall the Sacred Site relatively uncontested? Yeah. If you wall here, you can just wall this one and go for the Sacred Sites. And honestly, like, we should have enough prelates, right? So Vortex will start to control them, and then Wonder victory is not a thing. Second prelate could be around, and Siege Workshop already. Yeah, I think I really am scared. I think, like, Vortex... I don't want to say it, but... It feels like Vortex is just running them over here. Lotifron is coming over with his villagers. Could easily go for gold. Second TC being built, but obviously will be way later. Not the craziest build order here from Lucifron, I think. More villagers and more relics. So it will be... How many relics are we getting? Looks like at least 5. More villagers on wood. University now. What are we going for? It's mainly siege. Look at this gold from Vortex. Holy moly. Let's maybe look at income. At 11-minute imp time, the steer is turning, so the team game speed him up by a minute. Wow. Yeah. That's a video that made it on my YouTube. That build order from Vortex. That one just, yeah, felt a bit faster. Obviously, in Vortex game, he played knights and professional scouts, so bigger investment. This one was just a completely clear build order. And yeah, he got some sheep sling, but, or like teammates did send him sheep. But still, look at his gold income. Wood income will get out of control. Food, he's competitive there as well. Aye. Will be 5 relics. He will have so much control. But sacred sites at least are reset. Lucifron helping out, and the prelate is surviving. So we see sacred site control. And now stables in the center here. That's interesting. Let's quickly look at villagers. 75 for Vortex. BCQD sits at 87. 46 for the Muslim only. Okay, he's now imp. So he will catch up. But crazy behind. 56 for Lucifron. Not great. Weekend sits at 86. Not a single villager, not a single military unit being built. And goes for traders, 132 gold. Probably building some markets here now. Indeed, makes a lot of sense. And Vortex sits at 81 villagers right now, neutralized there. And the Mister sits at 78. But remember, this is soon. What I did do the math once. 27.5 villagers on gold worth, basically. And if you get this upgrade, it's you're even getting higher. Yeah. So I think Vortex has by far the best economy here. What do we have? We have 3 relics for the Muslim as well. Okay, that's good, at least. Okay, barracks being built now. And look at that. They're already getting quite some good attacks through here. Aye. Uh-oh. And the first fire lancers. I wish they would group the teammates on the right with the score. The sword symbol is not intuitive for me. Yeah. It's not great. I think they're doing it by... No, I don't even know what system. I think by how... No, I don't know. It's not by name or like alphabetical order. It's not by how they joined the game. I don't know what it is. Obviously not by color. Sacred site control. Is there even, like, what's the contest here? Men at arms. Uh-oh. Bombards coming over. Could this be a really quick game? The first raid already here. Where's the army? We have nothing from Recon. Still going for full boom. Spirit Way tries to go in. What do we have here? Now the first veteran spearman. But production can't be too crazy. The Muslim in quite some pain. Trade could get blocked as well. This feels like they played for the wonder, but just missed some steps in between. Oh no. And that barracks might go down, and that had the upgrades in there as well. So right now it is elite men at arms. Okay, at least finished. But the spearman upgrade didn't finish, so it's still veteran spearman. More sieges going down, and oh, well, villagers being pulled here. Let's take a look. Mangonel shot could be coming in. Not really shooting. But that's some men at arms. Okay, Mangonel goes down, but that's a lot of the economy of the Muslim. Look at that, 100 villager. He only has 80 villagers, and that's a solid 15 that will go down. Well, we'll find some kill against the siege, but still, like that, those aren't pretty losses for him. Some men at arms around as well. Bombards are trying to run away. Okay. Well, he is buying himself some time. But the economy for the Muslims simply is not there to follow this one up. Then we already have some raids here for Lucifron. They walled off the left-hand side. So all the attack is going to happen at the right-hand side. And that one did not buy a lot of time. As we mentioned before. Not the greatest HP there by Abbasid stone walls. I think it could have made lots and lots of sense to see the Chinese player wall. Okay, some emergency repair. Oh, but Bombard cannon shot against it. Barracks doesn't really know how it should look like now. Here's Swabia. Yeah, I know. But he's at 74 villagers, so losing 15 even with Swabia isn't great. And Bombard's now going for the Aachen Chapel. We also have the Fire Lancers. Non-elite. Lucifron is actually playing this Castle Age all in. Quite interesting. Mister as well. So this is double Castle play and one fast imp by Vortex. What a crazy, interesting move here. That's why they have so much army. And the opponents went for Imperial Age and didn't really get there. Now more villages are being pulled against those Bombards. I don't see them holding this one too easily though. Scorpions. Springles doing okay against the Bombards. More villagers being pulled, but Fire Lancers are now coming over. And the Muslim is giving this one up, I believe, is running away again. Now tries to go for some conversions. Might lose his Regnant's Cathedral already here. And that conversion should not really happen. Should easily die before. And that's no more gold income for the Muslim, who goes below pop 60 here in the 18-minute mark. Bombards around. Recon is trying to help. But that's, I think, no, okay. Where's the Palace of Swabia? Over here, but it doesn't really matter. The Muslim gives this one up, and this is a quick 4-0. A bit more over 2 hours, where some people were hoping for like 5-6 hours of great entertainment. But oh boy, Los Pollos Hermanos, 16-0 in maps. Completely crushing the tournament. Lucifron, Vortex and Mister. Uncontested in this tournament. Absolute domination. And those games, we had 3 games under 21 minutes. Out of those as well. Holy moly. Villager count. We see the Muslim a bit behind due to the early rush, but then got into quite competitiveness there. Lucifron a bit late, but he simply went for the Fire Lancers. That's why he was so behind. And Vortex took the lead, then plateaued, but military count. You simply see how big. We saw the investment here for Mister. Actually, people got some reasonable numbers. Obviously, the Muslim got cracked quite a bit. And where was Mister's? Mister. Yeah, I didn't really see BCQD's army, I have to say. Bit weirded out. All those spearmen, maybe they didn't do enough against the man-at-arm opening there of the Mister and Lucifron with the Fire Lancers. That was really, really convincing. Oh man. G to the G. AOE Pro League champions, Los Pollos Hermanos, in such a convincing fashion that I can't believe it. Goodbye, beloveds on YouTube.